Back to the story that we covered a bit earlier on. It's one of our top stories, actually. Tensions are brewing outside the Home Affairs head office in Pretoria. Angry Undertakers are threatening to shut down the offices. They are demanding the department speeds up the issuing of death certificates and to allow recognized funeral associations to register certificates. I believe that the Home Affairs Department is actually addressing those undertakers who are picketing outside. Let's see if we can check in. eNCA's Aviwe Mtila is also there. Let's take a listen.
Ratulas, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but the communication inside, remember that the top 6 leadership of the UTT was having meetings with the Department of Home Affairs. It looks like those meetings have failed. In fact, they came out telling the members outside that they have been given 7 days. Home Affairs is asking for 7 days in order for them to get a response, but they're now saying that they'll wait in the streets. They'll shut down every Home Affairs offices in the country, right around the country, until their demands are heard. So they're saying that basically they'll shut down Home Affairs, and they even told the police to even shoot them now. We're just going to move forward as we show you they closing off roads this very moment, not allowing traffic to flow through here. And in fact, they were turning cars inside the Department of Home Affairs, saying that no one is going to leave even the headquarters here in Pretoria while their demands aren't heard. I'm just trying to look for some of the leaders now to get a clear direction of how those communications went inside. But we hear that they have been asked for 7 days, and it seems like they're not wanting to hear for those 7 days, saying that they want their demands to be met instantly. Here's one of the chairpersons of the leadership. So what's happening now?
At the moment, it's our leader said, the Home Affairs said we must wait 7 days for our answer. And no, we said today we're not going to go anywhere as long as they're not giving us the answers now. The 7 days, if we're going to wait the 7 days, no Home Affairs is going to operate until we get our answers. So we're here today. We want our answers before we leave. Thank you.
Let me run us through some of the key demands that you want now.
What we want now, we want them to scrap the COC from Home Affairs to allow us, because COC belongs to the Department of Health. It doesn't belong to Home Affairs. And then we also want the we want the designation to be given to all the undertakers that are starting, the small undertakers. We want them to allow us to have the shared storage. We want us to allow us to rent for other small undertakers. That is what the Home Affairs doesn't want to give us. They say we must wait another 7 days. So we say it's fine. If we wait 7 days, no Home Affairs is going to operate in that 7 days. Thank you.
No Home Affairs is going to operate in the 7 days. I actually want to catch up with one of the leaders that was inside and we spoke to earlier on, Muzi Hlengwa. He's the one, in fact, that gave the directive that for the next 7 days they'll be staging a protest outside all the Home Affairs offices in the country. They're saying that Home Affairs is not going to work. No car is allowed to leave the headquarters as we speak this very moment. No car is allowed to leave or enter. And in fact, the street itself, cars are being turned around. There's a heavy police presence, though, inside, still guarding those doors there. I'm close to Muzi Hlengwa now, who was inside that meeting and can give us a clearer direction as to what's happening. Muzi, what's happening now?
What is happening is that we just had a meeting with the management. We only had 2 wishes. One, the period that was given to change the law. We agreed on 6 months. Now they've extended it to 12 months. And they've stated their reasons. As UTT, we understood they've tried to meet them halfway. We had met them halfway and said, okay, fine, we'll wait for that 12 months for you to change the law. But you cannot convert a permanent document and make it a temporal document. That's the only issue now we have. And they're telling us they need 7 days to work on it.
What's your response to the 7 days now?
Our response is from today. We are going to declare a total shutdown countrywide until that 7 days lapses and up until they are able to grant us what we want. The DG has an audacity to speak to us via a certain individuals in that meeting. We were given someone who comes from who deals with foreigners, yet we are undertakers. How do you send someone who deals with foreigners? Are we foreigners now?
So just to get a clear direction on these 7 days, I see cars aren't allowed to go out from Home Affairs, and in fact you're closing off the street. What's happening?
You know, if it was up to us and we won't get hungry and tired, we will lock this place for 7 days. They will be locked here until that 7 days lapses. But because, I mean, we're only human, we have to go and sleep. All we are going to ensure is that countrywide, not a single Home Affairs will be operational. And let me tell you this, when we close Home Affairs, we don't need numbers, 1, 2 people. We'll shut it down. We have done so with Old Mutual. We have done so with the Department of Health. We have done so with RAF. They will get what is coming. These people are testing us. They will feel the mighty hand of the undertakers in this country. Black undertakers in particular.
Thank you very much. Muzi Tsengwa from the Unification Task Team of the funeral industry with the threats of shutting down each Home Affairs around the country, in fact, for the next 7 days, up until their demands are met. We heard that communication broke down in the meeting that they had moments ago, and in fact, Home Affairs asking for 7 days. They're saying that during those 7 days, no employee of Home Affairs will be allowed to work.